Happy Friday, everybody! This is the class you've been looking for. I have been procrastinating for creating my virtual to jungle workshop because it's been hot. But I worked on my computer this morning with the support of my cat and my dog. Hit the other side of the pool, and I'm ready to tell you a little bit about plant medicine. Oh, hello. You want to come in? Happy Friday. How is everybody? Know it's been a pretty hectic week building up to this Labor Day weekend. So many celestial events coming up. We have a full moon, September 10th. Just before that, we're going to jump right into Mercury retrograde, the last Mercury retrograde of the year. But before all of that, if you've been following my posts on Instagram or Facebook, you know I was introducing this virtual to jungle class, and it's really just for the purpose of introducing the sacred medicines of the Amazon. Right now, what I'm doing in my hand is pouring a pea size of Hape, Rape, Mapacho, sacred ceremonial herbs used for thousands of years from many, many different tribes of the Amazon, the lungs of the world. If it stops breathing, we stop breathing. So if there's anything I want to preface this whole conversation about, it's about supporting the people of the Amazon to save their home. A lot of tribes that sell this ceremonial plant medicine, which is great for anxiety, Hape specifically, they're fighting for their lives in their homes. The Kutanawa specifically, who I sat with, beautiful tribe, beautiful chief and his wife. They're planting trees every day, and I donate to them every month. But before I can get into who you should donate to, or maybe some causes you want to get involved in, it's time to help yourself and look in how you can do some self-healing. Not focus on it all the time, because if we get too stuck on the problem or self-healing, as we know, you get stuck in that recursive mindset, and we tend to avoid things that are a problem nowadays, don't we? So one thing that I feel like has totally changed my mindset around and stop addressing plant problems and living in happiness and now has been these ceremonial plant medicines. And you may have seen me do this before. I'm gonna start with my right nostril, half the pea size I poured in my hand, say an intention over my heart. My brain might light up like a Christmas tree. I do not feel like I'm drowning, so if I don't feel it distress, the alarm bells and my Christmas tree lights might not go off. Oh, they're feeling very acute. Probably because I'm hyper aware of all the different things I have to do, from revising some websites I'm working on, interviewing for a second job. So many things that are brought about abundance in what I've been manifesting in my mind. One of those manifestations was something I wanted to share with you, because I realized coming out of the COVID quarantine era is this idea that, or lack of ideas, and thinking that everybody is at the same pace and wanting to jump out there and get into the world. So I'm hosting this first ever virtual to jungle class where I introduce you one day at a time to different sacred plant medicines. Hape, Rape, or Mapacho is one of them that I apply with the Curipe. Just giving myself a couple minutes because I'm going to take it up the male side nostril. And this is completely so incredibly helpful for anxiety. There's 3 sacred medicines that are typically used during an ayahuasca ceremony, and that's the chacruna and the bee capi, the ayahuasca vine that has no DMT, no psychedelic effects in it. A lot of people think the ayahuasca vine is what contains the psychedelic. No, it's actually combined with the chacruna plant that has the DMT in it in this brew. And the brew by the natives, a lot of the natives call this brew, to us gringos, it's ayahuasca, but to the natives of the Amazon, it's called La Fuerza, which is the force, like Star Wars. It's pretty cool, right? It gives me a little bit of chills. I'm gonna blow this up my left nostril and then start talking about Kambo, the peptides of the frog that's done miracles for some of my friends. It doesn't work the same for everybody, but some of my friends, the Kambo actually helped supplement their radiation therapy when they were going through cancer. So Kambo is more related to the body, any ailments in the body. This is for just straight up mind anxiety, thinking too much in the future. That's anxiety. Thinking too much in the past. That's depression. And then on day 3, today's day 1, tomorrow is Kambo 2, and 3 is the big ayahuasca. I will do some microdosing. It is not an illegal drug. I want to preface this because I hope they don't block me on the Instagram and Facebook. It is actually packaged in FDA approved lab, but it was also picked by the native peoples of Peru, Ecuador, and Brazil. So a percentage goes back to these people, and we give them more than a typical wage that they would ever get in South America if they sold it there. So we create pathways to create safe experiences for people that want to have access to these sacred medicines. There's many different stores. I'm affiliated with Awake Healer. There's the Four Winds. There's a couple other ones where you can get all sorts of plant medicines from the Amazon, and they support the tribes as well. So we're all part of one tribe, one world, one love. Ayahuasca really addresses matters of the soul. If you made prior soul contracts, things your parents told you, but when you were a child, you didn't really interpret what it meant, or you were too young to understand, going through the ayahuasca, first as a microdose with no DMT, no psychedelics in my sleep, gave me vivid dreams on what, pointing me without any emotion or judgment or pre-conclusions, what I needed to look at and address, and it helped me heal my inner child, my intuition, my soul. So with these 3 medicines combined, the frog combo, that's what it's called, the Hape, the ceremonial snuff, and the ayahuasca, also known as the vine of the dead. Microdosing I'm going to show you because I can't do DMT on a blog. I wouldn't either. It has to be done in a safe place with the ceremonial leader that's been doing this for many years. We actually take care of mind, body, spirit between the 3. So thank you for entertaining the idea. If it aligns with your own sacred path of healing or manifestations or incantations that you've been working on, to consider sacred plants and medicine healing from the Amazon. I am humble and feel so grateful to provide this safe space for you to explore with me. At any time, if you want to acquire any of these sacred plant medicines, I named a couple of them before. I also have my own online store and site, and there's QR codes in all of the bottles, and on the website you can read more about it. I'm actually to put together a PDF in the next couple of days that shows what different chakras with different hapes, there's all sorts of different kinds. It heals different parts of the body. It helps you bring awareness to certain things in your life. It's not that way of ayahuasca. Ayahuasca is a big, heavy reboot to everything. Kambo, it doesn't isolate any issues either. It just kind of does a full body scan of what's going on in your body. I've had some very vivid visions with Kambo, the frog medicine as well, and I'll show you some more about what that looks like tomorrow. But again, welcome to my Virtual to Jungle class. I'm going to go ahead and put this up my left nostril, the male leaning side of the brain. And again, if you associate as more male leaning, you can take it up the opposite side, regardless of what your prescribed gender was at birth. It doesn't matter to me. It's what feels right to you. So up the male leaning side. My male strength today feels very integrated. I think it's because I'm trying to transcend my discomfort actually being in front of camera, because I know my skin isn't perfect. I've had extreme allergies ever since I was young, and just to give you a little bit of soft underbelly vulnerability like my cat likes to give me, he was not a sensitive, vulnerable cat before. He would scratch you if you tried to rub his belly, but now he shows me his soft underbelly and lets me rub it. I'm going to show you a little bit of my soft underbelly right now to say these plant medicines have greatly helped me and saved my life. At a time I was going through a huge family emergency where members, young children in my family, a child needed me, and it was a lot of trauma that we all went through together as a family. There was domestic violence, child abuse involved, and I was taking, at the time, not too long ago, 54 milligrams of Ritalin, a PTSD medication, and I turned that all around by doing psilocybin that kept me calm throughout the day, replaced my Ritalin. My Ritalin became my drug. And the interesting thing about taking pharmaceuticals and modern drugs, which I feel, in my view, what my experience has been, is that modern drugs and pharma has been an abject failure to me, because the things that's supposed to heal or help you integrate in your life actually creates the side effects. So for example, if you're taking antidepressants, some of the side effects of the drugs to treat the depression is suicide, cholesterol, lowering cholesterol, the heart failure, or potential heart attack. You've seen the commercials, you've read the counterindications. That's very interesting when you think about it objectively. But for me, psilocybin was an entry point for me, where I realized I didn't have to be addicted to my Ritalin. When I'd had 1 or 2 pills left in the bottle, I would start to shake and freak out, like, can I get to the pharmacy in time? Will my psychologist be available? Or specifically psychiatrist to do the medication, and the appointments, and will I get, will I run out before I get a prescription again? That's addiction. I can go for days without this because I have my meditation, my pranayama, breath work, sacred breath work, life force cycling through. I have a huge support system that's built in and integrated in these sacred medicines, because it's all done through ceremony. Ayahuasca, even the ceremonial brew with the DMT, is considered almost like a strong, super strong dose of coffee to them, and they dance and sing all night, if you can believe it. It's not about just working through your trauma. To us Americans, there's a lot of trauma to work through because we're not fully integrated with Gaia and Pachamama, the earth. So it reintroduces us to our own issues, but also the issues that people in general have done, plaguing the earth with some of our squirrely disease ways and how we think, and protecting each other and protecting our lands. But specifically what I wanted to get back to is how much it's helped me. And then from there, I realized PTSD medication just put me out too much, where I stopped dreaming. And I actually love my dreams. So the pure vine ayahuasca, just the vine, no DMT, no chacruna plant in it. I sell a tincture as well. I took at night, and it gave me really vivid dreams, like such memorable dreams, where it really helped me with dream journaling. And the best way I can describe it, guys, is like, like the Limitless movie. You have things, and then your body and your mind just doesn't want to do it anymore if it's something that doesn't feel right. You just don't get caught in the loop where I'm supposed to do it. It's expected of me or anything. It's like, no, it doesn't feel right. Just stop doing it. It helped me quit so many bad habits doing the pure vine at night. You can do it during the day too, but I choose nighttime. The Kambo, I've only done a couple times to myself, administered a couple times to other people. I'm going to do a couple of self-administrations just as a tutorial for you guys. I have been building my practice to do it to a couple friends and family members, actual vomit and purging. But the physical effects, I know when I did the Kambo, my skin was glowing. It was literally glowing. I could show you the pictures of that when we do the Kambo Virtual to Jungle seminar, but it was amazing. So between these three, and I don't do any of it every day. Before, pharma drugs every day. I do it when I feel called to do it. Other than that, I do a lot of yoga, I do a lot of exercise, I do Kung Fu. I have my shrine set up, and I'm here talking to you, just to share and impart some wisdom that I've got along the way, that I've received along the way. So welcome to my Virtual to Jungle class. I'll be continuing this, and by the end of this weekend, I will supply a free PDF on how all these medicines integrate with each other, and a little bit of history behind the medicines, with some really talented marketing folks I got linked up with to give us some really compelling infographics and flyers. So thank you for joining me. Happy Friday. Hope you have a wonderful Labor Day weekend. I have some other things hitting soon, like the Mercury retrograde. I have a guide that is, 75% off, because we're already 3/4 through the year, if you can believe it, on a full guide on what you could do every full moon, new moon planning intentions, full moon celebrating ceremony, forgiveness, and letting go, and what you can do for this last Mercury retrograde. So be looking out for that. later on this weekend, probably Sunday, we're gonna have that hit. So a lot of exciting things coming up, a lot of celebrations that I love to do with you while setting your intentions. You can supercharge setting your intentions by the moon. You can manage your day-to-day feelings of anxiety or working into your power with sacred plant medicines. Just make every day a very special, important day for you and take the time. Blessings, Ashe.